It's a visit with a person of high strangeness. Today we are in Roadrunner number 8. To remind you, this is a whole series where we had audio problems, so you just hear my voice in the background occasionally. The backdrop here we have is the Puget Sound behind us. These inserts were filmed in August of 2006. For several hours we've been fighting yellow jackets, and here we are again. I told you the story about my friend that, we thought we had picked up a ghost in the ghost town last week, but around Bridgeport we realized somebody was, we didn't hear it consciously, but we found out there was somebody whistling in the car when we watched the footage, and it later turned out to be my friend Rusty. He was in a coma in Texarkana, Texas at the time. When he came out of the coma, he stated that he had been in the car with us. So the whistle you hear is my friend Rusty while he was in a coma. Today we are in Nevada, so hey, we can smoke. We usually cover 8 states, but this year was only 3. But boy, those states were long. And so we're gonna take you just a little further here, and so I guess come right along.
I love to live here. It's out in the middle of nowhere, but it's real peaceful. Very pretty. In Topaz, the sign said back there they got a Best Western, so I don't think it's that small.
Tina by now is really good with the camera.
No pickups. Monitor paths.
Closed. All the passes are closed. Most of the passes were closed due to the weather. This is the main highway here, but all the other passes are closed because it is still snowing. There was snow and really nasty weather. We showed you some of it last week. We just about in Nevada now.
Oh, look, there is a town up there. Oh, it looks like a really big lake of some sort. Big body of water. We're coming out.
To remind you, Tina likes to see things ahead, and she pulls it in and shakes it like she does. State line, 3 miles. Then she zooms it back out, and one of the reasons for these shows was there's the whistle.
It's pretty green grass.
I was teaching her how to work a camera, and at the same time to show you when you send the footage that you do, what I can use and what I cannot use. And so for those of you that don't send me footage, please bear with us. This is an educational show at the moment. We'll go back to controversial and conspiracy and UFOs and all these things here in a few weeks. Every once in a while I like to give you no-brainers. That's what I call them, because you don't really have to think a lot. Just sit back and get in the car with us and off we go. There's enough bad news on television, and the world is in shambles, so.
There's a boat out there. Let's see if we can catch it.
She's trying to catch that man in a boat. It's gonna get real restless here in a minute. See? That was not good. That was a little better.
I was nice. I didn't even use it on
there is a button on my camera which gives you a still photo, but you have to catch it just right or it just won't work.
We're going to Colorado. No, Nevada.
There we go.
Wrong story.
Nevada.
But we're almost in Nevada. We're going to be in Nevada for a minute. But please keep in mind, we're driving 654 miles in California. So we didn't have the number of states I usually have.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard that. We drove 654 miles in
Yeah, they were.
California.
And the mountains made them longer.
Yeah.
California's a long state.
Topaz Lake. That's what it is, not Walker, it's Topaz Lake.
Walker's Lake we saw on the way
You
down.
can take your RV here and camp by the water.
They close the street.
No, we're not closing the street.
We are going back a different way than we went down because the weather has changed and we can now go to Reno.
Gas just dropped 24 cents.
Ooh.
Gas dropped 24
How
cents.
many can charge what you want? In Nevada.
$3.12.
Nevada.
That was in April 2006.
Seatbelts required. Double fines. Hazardous material permit required.
So I'm assuming it will be about the
Stop.
same this year.
Casino Lodge restaurant?
If you're hungry, we can stop.
No.
I'm not hungry. It's a pretty little place. There's
Yeah.
the Best Western.
In the middle of nowhere.
We found a Best Western in the other little town we just stayed in that said absolutely no smoking. So if you're a smoker, don't stay there.
But now you never, well, yeah, I guess it's up to them what they want to do with their rooms.
But if you're a smoker, don't bother stopping.
When we got the hotel yesterday, I said, do you have any smoking rooms? He said, my room's small.
That man was trying to be funny.
Yeah, he was trying to be funny.
Yeah, but we were tired, so we didn't get it right away.
No, we didn't get it right away.
And then when the man said, I said, are you the owner? And he said, no. We got that one, though.
I prefer to do business with places that give me a choice.
So if you have to stay, if you could, eat before you get there and get plenty of rest before you have to stay. But we did stay in a nice room. Okay, here's the back view of it. Pretty. Do you see the teepee over there? Let's see if I can get a good picture of that teepee. Oh, she's
gonna try.
Oh, no, we got it. A lot of motorhomes.
What's this white car button?
A lot of places look like they're very economically depressed or repressed. I don't know which the proper word here. But like when we talked to the gentleman in the ghost town, he liked the quiet and not.
In the city where they show what they want.
He didn't like the
themselves,
hectic
little
of the
lots
city,
with the
so.
cars. I think that's what that is.
So there are some quiet places in California.
Carson Valley.
Carson Valley.
I think it's the same thing as Carson City, but we shall see. There's a lot of cool little ranches out here.
We still looking for espressos.
Moons. More cows.
Take lots of Starbucks with you.
And we got a smoke shop.
Okay, they said the storms would hit south of 50. So I think we outran it.
Yeah.
This is 50 coming up. And we drove north. So the big storm day we're talking about, we've outran it, I think.
That's good.
Oh yeah, look.
Yeah, it's behind us. We got it all on film.
We did outrun it.
Yeah, we were lucky that time.
Let's see. Got a golf course. Fairgrounds. What is that?
When I go to different states, I look for things that's familiar, you know. When we're home, we want to get away and see new things. And when I go somewhere, I'm looking for stores and name brands that I'm familiar with. And it's ridiculous. You go away to find new things and you're looking for what you used to.
Those mountains.
Citgo is gas from Argentina. It's 307.
307.
Cheap. Cheaper.
Yeah, Chavez said that he was going to try to give us cheap gas. He did.
Well, that was in 2006. In the meantime, things have
Yeah,
changed.
it's nuts.
So it's, oh, God, how come gas is so cheap? It's only 3.7.
Only, but when we left, it was like 2 something.
No.
And it'll keep rising. Let's see what we got over here.
We paid $4.23 in one place in California. In Nevada was about almost $1 cheaper than California.
Ew, he's got black stuff coming from his truck. I'm gonna leave the camera on. She can talk if she like to. I'm kind of speechless right now.
You saw the city, what you
Gardenville,
thought was a
Nevada.
city.
So Carson City should be up ahead still. That's Carson Valley. And a nursery over there.
But it is pretty though.
Oh. It blinded me.
From Rhode Island.
Oh my God! I said, what is that?
Yeah, it blinded me
side
from the
there?
slide.
It's the color of the car. Neon.
Can't miss it.
Let's see. Well, they got looks like a lot of glass places, a lot of stove places. Stuff for the home. And there's the electric. Oh, look at that old bus. That looks pretty cool. Let's see if we get it.
Click. She forgot about the button
It says
again.
good food, hot dogs, hamburgers.
And I'm doing the speed limit, whatever that is.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around for a minute. We're in Carson City. This is the capital of Nevada. Sorry, people at home. I was talking to my mother, and so I didn't get the sign that said the capital, but
Governor's Mansion.
it
Yeah,
is.
this is the Governor's Mansion.
We got an
I guess we
espresso.
just passed the governor's mansion. Sorry, I didn't see that right off the bat.
And she was so excited.
Let's see. What do we got here? We got motels. $49 double nugget package. Mandernau.
Virginia
Hardman's
City,
house.
Fallon. We went to Fallon.
Yep.
Yeah, on the
Sure
way
did.
down, we went to Fallon
I don't remember it very well, but
to get around
Yeah.
the weather
Trying to
system.
get around the store. To get around the storm.
I just said that.
well, it looks like all the city is, or the whole town is on one strip, except for probably the residential. So I don't think anybody could get lost here. It's straight in, straight out. Lots of motels.
A lot cheaper than Reno.
There's a grocery outlet. Ooh, and for you people like myself that like your espresso, there's been lots of coffee stands.
Yeah, finally.
It's pretty nice. We're in Nevada and lots of coffee stands.
$507 a month. That's not too bad.
Yeah, that was the hotel. That was rather reasonable. Considering you don't have to pay light and water and phone and all that stuff.
It's hiring.
This was during the time when,
Smoke shop.
right
souvenirs,
before
everything.
the first immigration march took
Right.
place. And so we wanted to talk to some people about this, but it seemed like most of the immigrants you couldn't get to. They wasn't on the street or anything. It was like this cloud was hanging over everybody. And so this piqued our interest there for a moment. Yeah. This is 2007 and things are exactly the way they were with the immigration issue. In fact, it was today, or as I'm doing this, that the whole thing died in Congress and the Senate.
Oh, there is highway patrol on this road, though.
Cops everywhere. So slow down. You can only do 70. And there are signs saying that if you see a police officer, you have to change lanes.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, I remember that real well. I don't like to change lanes. See, she's in a hurry again. She's going forward again. She wants to see what's ahead.
I think this is going to be a busy freeway because it's headed towards Reno.
And that
Up
is
ahead,
a
it looks like we
freeway.
got cars on the left and cars on the right. But we're okay. At least there's highway patrol. So nobody's going to be going terribly too fast on this road. A little safer with highway patrol.
Yeah, we're trying to
And what
convince
lake that
ourselves
is over there? I don't
it's
know.
good to have
Maybe
highway
it's closer.
patrols, but I don't think that's what we really meant.
Bellevue Road. I hate Bellevue, but whatever.
Not good, not good.
Yeah, in Illinois it's a nut house.
I guess she says in Illinois it's a nut house.
Yeah, they say, I'm going to Bellevue.
Going to Bellevue, you're going to the loony bin.
And in Washington, you say Bellevue, you're talking cream of the crop, stuck up. But anyways, for you people that are actually
Well,
from
loony
Bellevue,
bin was
I'm
not a
sorry.
night. That was politically incorrect.
Just where I live, there's a lot
I'm
of sad
sorry.
people. And there's another highway patrol guy.
There she
So
goes.
they're out. Cool. It's old house.
She got excited.
Kind of looks spooky though.
Yeah.
Washoe City.
We still at 5,000 feet.
Yeah, and we are still at 5,000 feet.
Got lovers out there. There's gonna be a
Compared to
really,
our
really big chocolate sign.
281 or something where I live.
Candy factory. Building. Kind of looks German style, A-frame. See what we got over here. Oh. There's the giant. You see that giant?
They did have beautiful homes.
Those are pretty.
I love those back shots. It's like you're sitting in the back seat, turning your head and seeing what's behind you. Yeah, we could put a camera in the back window and then you could do the whole trip backwards. I wonder why we didn't think of that.
I don't know what that is, but it looks like cranes of some sort. Trying to build stuff.
Here again, see, it's too fast. I couldn't use that. I would have to cut that out.
Pretty horses.
Now we're on the other side of Carson
Pleasant
City.
Valley. I guess that's where we're at, is Pleasant Valley.
Pleasant Valley.
We've seen signs that say Pleasant Valley already.
And we only get to do 50. I guess it is a little spread out.
It sounds windy out here. I don't know if it's just their window cracked or if it's windy or...
It was windy.
I know it's hot. Back there's an actual dome house.
I couldn't see that far.
It said it's really
on my ass, on my ass.
Yeah, that was a big truck. I got excited. A big one.
Now we're in Reno. There's the...
I'm talking about that truck here. In the background there, we have the Capitol and St. Peter's Hospital. Now, unknown to us, the Group Society's Child, my friends, were playing in Carson City. Had we known that, I would have timed it a little bit, and we would have surprised them, went to the casino and listened to them. So on today's show, we're going to play some of their music for you. I was told Reno was going to be terrible to get around. What I did instead was I got off the first exit, came through town, and came out on the other side, and it was really a piece of cake. So it was just one street, I believe, Virginia Avenue. And while out there, we stopped at Targets for a minute, but Reno was a piece of cake. It really was. And again, I want to draw your attention to how this footage separates here behind me. Mystery footage that we couldn't explain. And it was windy when Ebony filmed that for me in August. Yeah. And, well, we're counting down on these shows here, and like we said, make sure you take enough Starbucks with you, because there's many, many, many miles without any espressos at all. Yeah.
Some other buildings over there. So we should see some pretty good footage for videoing.
Yes, it's Reno.
Some cool buildings.
Now watch it get excited. I mean, like, real excited.
There's an old wagon. They say that
With that camera.
The best food in town comes from there. The little wagon place. Here we are, Little Vegas.
I think we were lucky. Everybody was in bed, so we actually drove through there real easy.
Anything you want to say?
No,
I'm just cammering.
I'm just engrossed in. I've never been here before. I'm looking at.
I had been
at the
there
buildings.
when we had Reno Air. When I went to Los Angeles, I used to fly through Reno, and I remember how tricky that airport was.
Pretty at night.
And it didn't look that threatening from the ground at all.
I was really engrossed in what I'm looking at. Very,
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the clicker?
yeah, we are on a street called South Virginia.
South
It goes all
Virginia.
the way through town, comes out on the other end. We found a Target.
Large selection of clothes at the Target. Not a large selection on music though, but that's okay. I didn't go to a music store. But for shopping, ladies, Target has it all for the clothes.
Look
I
at
got
all
Red
the
Lobster.
All RVs, I think they're red ones.
looks like it.
I remembered those pants from a few days ago that the young people had on. The young,
Vagabond.
the
I
goth,
haven't been here in 10 years.
the goth people. And I couldn't remember the name of the store, needless to say.
Stuff. $49.
I did not end up with pants like that.
It has a wheel and everything.
Yeah, everything's cheap
See
here,
it here?
except for the casino, like the gambling parts where you spend your money here, or shopping.
See the wheel? Okay.
Hold on, let me at the windmill. And it says over there, like she said, $49 a night. That's a windmill. It's a cute little place.
Yeah.
Up ahead, we'll see more stuff than just cars. Something pink and blue up there. Ed.
Navajo. This is Navajo.
Yes, she's what, 3 blocks ahead of me? Shoot, that's too fast.
Monkey Ranch.
7-Eleven's Krogan. I've never, Auto Works, I've never seen that before.
Must be a Nevada thing. Frank Sinatra Jr. singing. Well, May 13th. We missed it.
Peppermill or this casino, huh?
That's what she
Yep,
was
and
aiming at.
hotel. The food's very cheap in Reno. Hotels are cheap in Reno. The only thing is watching your limits on your spendings as far as the casino slot machines go. Or card tables for you people that like that. School of Dance. We got a Firestone.
Lucky Bath. Oh, car wash. Okay. There's a Motel 6.
It's a little shaky, but I couldn't believe Motel 6. I talked about that Motel 6 for almost a year.
I thought it was the car next to me that whistling.
It is, it's not you. No, it's a car because it's getting predominantly
It must
louder.
be the same car. I heard a while ago.
It is. They need their brakes done.
It's the same car now.
Yes. See, as it's getting further away from us.
Huh? I heard that same car then a while ago. Asian
Now
car.
watch this.
Look there. Look. Look what it says. Motel 8. $88.99 one person.
That
In
is
Motel 6.
Yeah.
crazy.
I've seen them as
$88.99.
high as $94. See?
Tourist spot.
$88.99. Is that a joke or what?
Oh, yeah. Bank of America. One of those everywhere.
Hey, they got your own telephone company. Look, Nevada Telephone.
Jolly Donuts. So this is Reno in the daytime, guys.
Yeah, it might not have been that easy at night with everybody walking in the middle of the street.
Very well.
So going in the daytime has its advantages. Absolutely.
Nice. Have you seen them?
There she goes again. 2-3 blocks. This little camera actually goes a long ways. So I would say it'll pull in about 10 blocks easy. We tried it in Olympia one time.
Bank of America. I wonder if that's one of the.
We were standing at Wagner's and we could see the writing on Farmers Market. Now you're talking about a good 10 blocks.
Big old sandwich. A lot of places to eat here. Go to
The street is real lumpy, so that's why the footage is so restless. I don't think we could have done anything about that.
Well, we're almost out of Reno. I
That's
thought
the
it was bigger
radio.
than this though before. Maybe there's still some more.
Yeah, a little bit. We're about halfway in a small town compared to what we used to. It's nothing.
Oh, and now we're getting to the bigger part of the city. Okay, here we go. There's El Dorado.
No.
This is what I was seeing. Maybe I came in a different way
Now
last
she
time.
sees stuff she
That's where we're going to
recognizes.
see all the cool stuff, guys. Right up there.
Yeah, go. She's going too fast.
There's the Sahara.
She's excited. We're all going to get a medal after
They got hot
this.
dog stands.
Detour. Oh, no, what? What?
We got to follow it.
Not for me.
No, that's just
That's
detour to port, yeah. Okay, got to get that sign. Reno. The biggest little city in the world.
Wow.
Long ways away.
Whoa. That's big.
Now you see all this? Look at that. Okay, you can get a hot... You get a hot, no, it's okay. You get a hot dog and a Coke for $1.50. Actually, a beer. That's a beer. Sorry, guys. That's a beer. It's very cheap here to eat, like I said. And souvenirs are cheap. See? Got lots of those.
Those are the diehards standing there in the middle of the daylight.
It's all building for sale.
A Japanese steakhouse. Mmm. That's where they cook it in front of you.
I wasn't about to stop and find a parking space and never get out of town.
It's for you gentlemen that like to see that sort of stuff. Nuggets.
Yes, Rusty whistling.
Oh, that looks so cool. I love to see shows. See, they've got lots of cool shows just in case anybody ever wants to see them and they got time. Pick up the shows. Stay out of the slot machines. There's Circus Circus.
Pawn shop. Oh, what's this? This is...
The city that never sleeps.
Oh, my
Nice.
goodness. Look at that.
Nice.
Here's the clown. She had the notion, and I did too, that as Rusty, if we turned the camera sideways, we could lean things, like a regular camera, but we cannot.
By the way, at Circus
So I
Circus,
spared
they
you
always
the
have free
leaning
shows.
clown. I
If you
cut it
ever wanna
out.
Go in there and sit down and don't want to spend any money, they got free shows.
We followed the
This
police.
is a word I keep bumping into. Vulcanizing. I don't know what that word means. Vulcanizing. Vulcan. Mr. Spock.
Yeah, give us a call.
I don't know.
We don't know what vulcanizing means.
Helmet.
We out on the other end.
And as you can tell, get really tired. So sorry for yawning.
Now we're back on 395. The main highway.
And we're going to a place called Border Town. I think it's the last major place. Burrito.
Yeah, we get gas here because it'll go up again at $1.
Here again, you have an
They have
Exxon.
How about that?
Cool.
An Exxon are hand in hand with what? What did you call that earlier?
Mobile.
Mobile. So just in case you freak out and you don't see any Exxons, look for a mobile.
Yeah, there is plenty all the way down.
Oh, look at discount cigarettes for you smokers. Discount liquor for you drinkers.
Oh. What are you having?
I'm a jumbo dog with sauerkraut.
That's what I should have had. A side of sauerkraut and a side of mashed potatoes.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
And we are, look what I got. Grilled cheese. Lots of fries. And this is Tina's side dish. So, what's the name of the place? Border Town. Anyway, on the other end of town, yeah, back in California. That ought to make you happy, right?
She wants to get home.
Thank you.
Actually, in the little casino in Border Town, I got permission to film, and then the lady changed her mind. It was back and forth, so we wasted a good hour, and I decided it wasn't that important for me to argue with people, so we chose not to film the casino for you. I mean, we wasn't gonna film the machines, but it was just too much hassle, so we abandoned the whole thing.
Border
Town, yeah.
You're close enough to it.
I don't know what that is. My mirror.
Any lake out there. Pretty little farms by it.
No palm trees.
There's a guy up in a tree.
Yeah, that's correct. She did say a guy up in the tree. Not an animal, but a man.
Man, way up there.
Oh yeah, I have to tell you, it was kind of cool to come into the mountains. So when we got into Carson City, right outside of Carson City, I was stopped, so I decided to change shirts. And just about at that time, I looked up and there was a guy sitting in the tree. That's what we were talking about. I mean, why would a guy sit in the tree? Right about the time I decided to change my shirt. In the middle of nowhere.
Yesterday.
Yeah, I like this art girl.
Yeah, she's camera happy again.
Come on, that's where you want to go, right?
Yes, please.
In Nevada, we got seagulls. What do you think of that? I thought there was the actual seagull, but it wasn't. It was leftovers from seagulls. Just talking away. A payphone. Honey Lake. Wildlife, that's where we are. It's grouse and it's strutting grouse. Just some places we've been at, like Winnemucca, everywhere. Look here. We are here. That's where we are. The Great Basin, it goes from many geologists believe that the Great Basin is a spreading center where new rock material is being added to the Earth's continent crust. One of the reasons is that the rivers have no outlet to the ocean, so they have to stay here. And over so many million years, that's what remained from all the water. Birds of prey, red-tailed hawk, American kestrel, and turkey vulture. Sagebrush stripper. Stepper.
So, we're somewhere. We're going to figure it out in just a second, but we are going the right way. We know we got to head towards Lakeview.
Lakeview, Altura Lakeview, that's what.
Altura Lakeview, yeah.
I looked at Altura.
When we were at the casino there, arguing with the people about, well, not arguing, but debating what we could do and what we couldn't do, we got delayed by about an hour or so, so we decided to make reservations in case, it got dark and we couldn't find a hotel, so we called Kalama Falls and made a reservation because everybody told us we had to go to Kalama Falls. Now, for those of you that have ever come through there, it is very steep and, real mountainous terrain, and I didn't really want to go there. And so we got out the map and we realized we could go through Lakeview and get around Kalama Falls altogether. So we canceled our insurance, not the insurance, our reservation, and did just that. We went to Lakeview.
Oh, that's how it's going. It showed where the bell was, but we'll see it later.
But they had improved by then.
The bell is supposed to be, wasn't it? Shot.
I mean, beautiful countryside with lots of things to look at. It's windy again.
All right. Let's tune in.
Yeah.
More birds, yeah.
We can even hear the birds.
See? It's sure not wrong.
That's right.
And again, everything was so green.
We're filming.
Little country road, real bumpy.
I said a bad word. Yeah.
A potty word.
Buddy.
A potty word. Because that's the word you used. A potty
Yeah.
word.
After
Public
so many
access.
hours, you do say a bad word
Okay, let's do
occasionally.
some horses.
Yeah, there's the,
Get some scenery, please.
well, I got the tires fixed.
She's just wanting us to get where we need to go to, you know. We're trying to make up some lost time.
Tina's getting really happy.
So we're in Standish.
We going home.
There we go.
Maybe we ought to just tell the story so they know why I said the body word. Okay. I had the trip all laid out the way I thought I needed to go. Then the storm came in and we had to reroute on the way down. So on the way back, I knew which way to go. And then somewhere along the line, some of the friends and people that we knew insisted that we had to go to Kalama.
Oh, I just told you the story about Kalama Falls.
Well, for some reason that just wasn't right.
Yeah,
But
I didn't want to
know
go
why.
there.
And so, as some of you do, you get out your calculator and your internet and you route out the map and you tell us how many miles and how much it's going to cost on gas, etc., etc.
Yeah,
And
lots of advice.
doesn't matter. It still doesn't feel right. So we had came to some construction, and
Yeah, and I'm telling
It
the
was
short
not so.
story.
I wanted to
Um,
change my
and
shirt.
some of you, I appreciate you keeping an eye on us and
Take off my shirt. I had to manage
getting your
it.
maps out and telling us which mile marker to stop. But when you're on a journey, it doesn't always work like that. You just kind of go with the flow and you make left and right turns as your head dictates.
And, because why would I go all this way and then have to go across Mount Shasta?
Yeah, Mount
That's a
Shasta was
sign.
just too high.
Okay, I need the camera plugged real quick. Okay, everybody, hold on.
Hold on, just getting ready to do
Look at that
some.
old place.
Okay, we want to go.
Ooh, Lilian found goodies.
I don't remember this at all.
We're not going there.
No, we're not going there, but they got a smoke shop there.
Yeah, but we know. Yeah. I'd like for you to know, cigarettes in California, and the butt control is just as bad as in Washington.
Yeah, California's kind of like here, where cigarettes are high and you can smoke in restaurants and
The
things.
Motel 6 and asked him if he had enough rooms in case without building. And he said out of 60-some, he had rented 13, and he would keep one if I so desired. And
Yeah,
I
even
said,
though-
he said, how? And he said, oh, it's 60. Now you figure
And it was
14,000
only
feet
16
up.
Kalama
I would have had
Falls.
to change my shirt again.
The moral
So-
of the story is.
So we
The
did
moral
about
of the story is, go
we
on.
did about a flip of what 30 degrees here in a very short distance.
And that was the moral of the story.
Yeah, well,
But we figured out, she figured out another way, and she listens to her inner self.
I'm back up 395.
We're good. The speed limit's only 50, so we ain't got to worry about
Right
nobody
on.
riding our butt.
I'm right on it. I'm good.
Now this looks a lot like
Litchfield.
Eastern
Ooh, that's a
Washington.
very nice
Not
name.
Litch.
Oh,
Litchfield.
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 It sounds like Lynch to me. It's a little bitty town, you never know. We're out here in the
Okay.
middle of nowhere.
That's funny because
They're gonna lynch you. I'm white.
tonight they have an execution.
Yeah, it was executing someone right down the
Did
street.
you hear that?
Here,
People?
I'm
There's
doing
an
33, and I'm supposed to do what?
25.
5.
Oh, only
I was
because it's a
speeding
school
there.
zone. Okay, we're out of the
But
school
here's the
zone now.
school zone.
Well, then they were trying to slow us down. I don't know, before we got to it.
Okay, Lakeview, 100. Film it.
Look at that
You see,
place.
here. You see?
Ooh, that was quick.
142.
142 miles to Lakeview.
Nice little places, though. Oh, look at that. Isn't that sweet? The tractor, excuse me, matches the house.
There you go. One
Gotcha.
clicker.
No problem.
It's the only one I have.
Behind us here we have the Olympia.
And we now have we
and that's the area the earthquake really hammered really good.
this is the water tower on Water Street. It got really hammered by the earthquake, and
Kind of gave you a roundabout.
and so here I was telling you about. I don't think the sound is very good on this. Gas in California, like I said, was $1 higher. And Tina got real happy because she wanted to get back to her life in the city. And we're going to give you some societies, child. In the in between, in the in between music.
Please let me bring my love unlimited girls up here. You gonna like this. From LA, my friend, Miss Annette Jackson.
That's my sexy one.
Can we do that again? And my other friend to the left, from beautiful downtown Period. I love it to death. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lady B.
Right on, right on.
See, you do that too good, you know, you gotta cut that out. Thank y'all so much for waiting around with Society's Child. Get ready for showtime and dance. Let's do this thing.
And last but not least, y'all, from somewhere in Virginia Beach, Virginia, Mr. Lilian, show some love, y'all.
And the Lilian, Miss Lilian. He is now in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And we'll see you next week. Go ahead.
Miss Lilian, I'd like to thank you for all the fun. Took us there, and you took us there. And it is just because you really care. Where our journey goes, oh, it begins. It's part of why our planet will stand. And if we do our part and use our heart, fill our mission we've had from the start. Lilian, Miss Lilian, we'd like to thank you for all the fun while you took us here and you took us there. It is just because you really care. You really care. You care.
Thank you.